Hello. Um, I am back, second day now, and I just worked a 40-hour unpaid shift at the ball crushing factory. Yeah. Okay. I do want to tell a work story today, or it's like a collection of work stories. But first, I want to thank my two people who commented last night. That was a lot of fun to see people actually talking to me, uh, and I appreciate you both, and I hope I see you again. Uh, but yeah, okay. So this is my first story or stories, I guess. Um, I do want to start by saying it's like there's some themes involved which aren't always super funny to talk about, but um, this is more. I have no evidence that this person that I'm discussing today is on like any kind of illicit material. Um, but yeah, just to say, addiction isn't a moral failure, um, and I know it's a real struggle for people, including myself at times. But okay, we're gonna begin. So I work um, as a security guard, and I've been on second shift for the longest out of anyone there. And there's like 30 people or so that are employed as security guards or whatever, but like um, they come and go a lot. Um, First shift people seem to stay the longest. Second shift and third shift, whatever. Um, so I've trained quite a few people, um, and I tend to like all of them. The people I trained a lot are still working there, um, and so it goes. There's like 6 total security stations that they can have you working at. And you start with just one, and then they'll show you another one later down the line, and then another and another, and eventually, once you've learned them all, you get a little bonus, and like, excuse me, um, it's not that important. Point is, I'm at one post for a lot of time because I'm one of 2 people on second shift that even knows how to run the station, so I'm always there. Um, we have a new guy training at another post, and I'm only on that post like one day a week. It's full time, obviously, and so I haven't met him. He's been there for like a month now, I think, and that's standard training time. Once you've finished training, like you just are alone. You run the whole post by yourself, and that's pretty much it. Um, so I just keep hearing about this guy because I'm pretty close with a lot of my. They're not exactly coworkers because we don't work together, but like I relieve them at their posts and they relieve me, and we exchange information about what's going on, stuff like that. Um, and so I just keep hearing about this guy. We'll just call T, which is funny because drinking tea is a large part of this story, but that's his first initial also. Anyway, everyone just seems to hate this person, and I realized that the reason everyone seems to dislike him and wants to not train him and not work with him is because he seems to be on something. I haven't heard much about it or him or anything, but I was stationed on that post like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. Um, and I saw that he had ridden a bike in, and it was like one of those really, really hot days in July. And I was like, well, dang. I had never been around this person for more than like 10 minutes at this point, but I was like, dang, like, where you live, like, if you need, I can pick you up, and I'll just bring you to work. and he lives directly on my, that's my kitten. No, that's my adult cat back there. Sorry. Anyway, he lives directly on my route to work. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I think it's important if the world is a horrible place, which right now it kind of is, I don't want to be complaining about it if I'm not trying to help other people through it. And if this person, sorry, I don't know how to edit videos. I actually just don't. So that's staying in. Anyway, I don't care if he's like on something or whatever, which everyone seems to think. So what? Like, if he's trying to work a full-time job and he's trying to contribute and be a better person, good. Like, why would I not want to help him do that? So I've been bringing him to work every day now for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. And he's very nice. He's very nice. But yeah, he's something's up. He's like 45, 46. And constantly like rapping, tapping on the desk, bouncing his leg, whatever. That's the normal like stuff that you'd expect. But then I noticed the first day that he had this cherry Coke bottle, which was like really grungy and full of what I can only describe as like gray sludge. Like, it really looked like the Pokemon Grimer, like was just poured into a Coke bottle and he was drinking it. I don't really know. It looked nasty, but whatever. The Coke bottle was really worn away. The label on it was like super white and like wrinkled and anyway, I finally was training him actually for real 2 weeks ago now. And he was using the same bottle, and he's been using the same bottle ever since. But he also brings a brand new bottle of water in every day, and we have water on the security posts. So I don't know why he doesn't just use the water, whatever. I found out that what he's drinking is, I think it's called kratom tea. I Googled it because he drinks 10 of them every shift. And that's crazy. Like, I don't even drink that much water every shift. So he drinks so much tea. Tea is a strong word, and he's very irritable all shift. Very like, okay, so there's a lot of noise at my job and like a lot of things going on and like jets of fire and things like that and steam. It's really loud. Plus we have an air conditioning going on, stuff like that. So when people come in and they need access, you know, it's not, they can't always hear you, especially because a lot of the people that need you coming in and out are very old. So he's on his like 5th bottle of kratom or whatever, and then my favorite employee really comes in. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna call the person a coworker because it's just a person that comes through the gate and I never see unless he's coming in or going out. But T, sitting at the desk, guy comes up to the window. He says, "Hey, how you doing?" And the guy at the window, I am imagining, didn't hear him. He looks to be 80 years old, and like I said, it's so loud. Whatever, I didn't think anything of it. That's super normal. That's so normal. People, they try to read lips, whatever, but all you gotta do is like sign off on their paperwork and like let them in. So whatever. Guy leaves. T puts his tea down. And he's like really annoyed, and he's just like, people in this town hate me. They hate me. Like, they hate the way I look. They look like I got a horn growing out of my head. And he just like starts pacing, and he's standing up, and he's like, and I'm just staring, and I'm like, because someone didn't say hi to you? Like, I didn't say that, but I'm thinking that, and I'm just going, no, he just didn't hear you. It's loud out there, you know, whatever. But like, oh my God, really, really sensitive. That happened every single time someone didn't say hi back to him when he said hi. And like that's crazy. I googled this tea that he's drinking, and yeah, it just straight up is a stimulant. I don't think it's a drug. I think it's tea, but like it says literally on Google, it says experts recommend not using it for, you know, mental reliance will form and delusion, paranoia, confusion, anger. So literally everything. So I think that this tea is like what's going on with him. And yeah, like if he's addicted to tea, that sucks. Like, and I feel sorry for him for that. Um, it's still making my life a lot worse when I'm training him, and all of my coworkers are texting me about it, how much they hate training him. And I think I don't know if I'm a bad person for this. I think it's a little funny, just the stuff. Um, so yeah, like when you let someone in the gate, they you open the gate, they walk down the steps or whatever, and they either get in their vehicle or whatnot, drive through, and then you click the button in the gate. It's like a drop arm. It goes. Um, they want the gates to be closed. That's the entire point of a security system. But it's normal. Like I've left the gate up 20 minutes one time. I just forgot to hit the button. It happens. They didn't say anything to me. He'll open the gate. Person will go through, and then he'll turn around and say something to me, and I'm like, "Hey, don't forget the gate." And then instead of just saying, "Oh yeah," he goes, "Oh, oh my God, no!" Like he acts like I swear. Every time I tell him, "Hey, you forgot the gate," he acts like 9/11/2 just like happened in our country or something. It's kind of funny, okay? Like it's a little stressful seeing anyone react like that to something, but it's kind of funny, okay? There's that. There's a lot more. I'm really tired. It's very late, so and I know this has been like a rambling story, but whatever. This is the whole reason I made the channel and stuff. But there's that. So a couple of the other coworkers have been like, "Well, it's nice that you're giving him a ride," and if he's training on a post that's far away, like, one of my other coworkers was like, "Okay, I'll drive him to your car after work, so you don't have to go all the way over there and pick him up just to bring him home." And that was nice. I see that coworker roll up. They come in. They're talking to the person at the post that's relieving me, and I'm like, "Okay, see you guys later," you know, blah blah blah. And I go outside, and I'm looking around. T is nowhere to be found, and I know that the entire reason the person was here was to drop T off so I could take him home. And I can't find him, and it's just a huge empty parking lot, so there's really not a lot of places he could be. So I just started walking my car, and I was like, okay, maybe he like stormed off. Like that's happened before. Many people have just left in the middle of training because they get overwhelmed, even though it's really not that hard. But I thought maybe that. So I start walking, and then I just hear like rustling. There's like a very thin tree line. It's downtown in a city, so it's like not like there's a huge woods, but I just hear like rustling, and he comes out of the wood line, and apparently he was taking a leak in the woods. He lives less than 3 minutes. At the end of the day, when it's midnight and I'm getting off work, the town is empty and all the lights are blinking and you don't have to stop at red lights. It's about 3 minutes, and there's a bathroom on every post, so I just don't know why he needed to pee in the middle of the woods, or the middle of the town, really. So weird. Yeah. So maybe there will be a part 2 if something really crazy happens, but that's kind of my story. Though I do have one last thing. I guess I can introduce you to my kitten. Her name is Nisha. Nisha, come here. Say hi. Okay, go play. Okay, I hope that that was some fun to listen to. If this is the first time you're seeing one of my 2 videos, tell me a story in the comments, and then if it's really interesting and I could make a video out of it, I would read it and react to it, I guess. I don't really know what I want to do with this channel, but I want to tell stories. And I had a lot of fun, even if this is just a weird tweaker at my job. I hope, I don't know, all my friends ask me to tell them about this guy when I mention that I'm training a tweaker at work. So that's the story of T with his T. Okay, good night, everybody.